And here we go, bringing you the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, with me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce.
And given the nature of the rivalry between these teams, expect emotions to be running high. Both teams have to feel a little on edge right now.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Pass to Smith. Offline with a three. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's George. Smith with the rebound.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple.
Look, one thing you can say about Jabari Smith is that he is very comfortable shooting from the corners.
Markkanen outside. For three. Knocks down the triple. Markkanen's got 5 now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And it's in there.
Woo. Right now, they're humming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
Here's George. A great score, averaging almost 26 a game. Here's Watson. Rips it home off a terrific move.
And the slam was so good. But the dribble move he made to get there was a thing of beauty.
Absolutely. What a slick play. Now here's Thompson. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Another three for Utah.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the three in transition.
Pass to Şengün. Over Kessler. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Jazz leading by 3. Kessler a screen. Left side Watson. Shot clock at 5. Here's George. Again, Utah good for 2.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to Shepherd. Now Kuminga. Thompson outside. Here's Şengün. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. And here's George. He'll bring it up to the Jazz. Leading by 5. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Rockets on D. Here's Kessler. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Here's Shepherd. Still no points. Pass to Smith. The Rockets with another miss.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
George feels it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Again, Utah good for 2.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Houston working the ball around. Şengün, the screen. To the right side. Drops one in from the wing. Şengün's got his second bucket on the night.
By and large, Şengün has good shot selection, and he gets his points within the flow of the offense.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 14-4 run. Pass to Kessler. Back to George. Three-pointer. Smith with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
George outside. Pass to Wilson. His first shot coming late. And he buries his first look.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
And here's George. Fires the three. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
Oh, that's just elite awareness by Şengün. He is outstanding at getting the ball to perimeter players.
George with the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Rockets trail by 8. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Kessler a screen. George, no good.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Jazz leading by 6. Pass to Kessler. Back to George. Here's Bailey. 4-3. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Now Van Vliet, still without a bucket. Now here's Thompson to the inside. Here's Şengün, banked it in off the glass. And now just a 4-point Jazz lead.
Man, that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
They set the pick. Pass to Watson. From outside the arc. Fires in the triple. Watson's got 10 points in the game.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 7. The ball's knocked loose. And he's all alone. Here's Exum. And George with some nice D. Pass to Kuminga. And here's Connect. Back to Kuminga. There's 5 on the clock.
This is what Kuminga does. He plays above the rim.
Jazz leading by 5. Exum with it. Now Thompson defending. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Yeah, 3 turnovers already and some frustration starting to settle in.
And here's Exum. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Pass to Wilson. And here's Watson. He's watched by Kuminga. A nice shot by Watson. Watson's got 12 points.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Smith left side. Outside connect. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Jazz.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Now here's Exum. No made baskets yet. It's Watson on the wing. Beyond the arc. Gets the three to fall.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now here's Thompson. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Now here's Exum. Pass to Markkanen. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. 2 points. That one goes.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Now here's Thompson. Smith inside. Uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got his second bucket on the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. .111 left in the opening quarter. Here's Bailey. No points so far. Shoots over George. Bailey's shot is off. George with it. Thompson outside. Back to George. The shot from 20 feet out. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Now here's Kessler. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. And the Jazz lead by 7.
He took it right to the rack, and look, there's no one that can stop him.
Now Thompson. It's George on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. It'll count. And so it's Utah closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large?
Utah, 32.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Outside connect. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Outside Watson. To the paint. And that one's good. Wilson.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rock inside and convert.
Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Şengün. It's stolen by Pirtle. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Wilson. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Watson with it. Laravia covering. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wilson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And now an 8-point Jazz lead. Van Vliet scanning the floor. And here's Connect outside. And Houston, another 3.
A go-to shot for Connect. You know, he takes pride in burying these long-range missiles.
Pass to Pirtle. And here's Watson. 15 points in the game. To the middle. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Personal foul. First team foul. For Utah. Number 3.
Van Vliet outside. It's stolen by Pirtle. George with it. Guarded now by George. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you so much. Fred VanVleet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on him. But as Fred is a grumpy dude, he always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Back over to you, Brian.
They love his disposition. All right, Allie, thank you. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
2 on the clock. Wilson. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Rockets.
Substitution on the court.
Rockets trail by 8. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Şengün, the screen. Here's the steal. Ooh, ripped away. Pass to Van Vliet. Houston working the ball around. Here's George. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
In this offense, they rely on Van Vliet to move the ball and find teammates.
Now here's George. Outside Watson. Over Connect. And it comes off the front of the rim. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. 6-point game. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. He shoots it. And another basket for Houston.
There's a lot of confidence in Şengün's game. He doesn't hesitate. He gets after it.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
George outside. The 3. Rebound, Utah. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to George. And there's the screen. Outside Watson. Down low. And that one's good. Wilson. Wilson's got 6 in the quarter. Rockets trail by 6. Here's Van Vliet. Yet to see a basket. Smith outside.
Utah foul. Wilson. 6th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Jazz on D.
On the court.
Van Vliet with it. 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get off a shot. And throw it down.
He can do it all on the court. Şengün putting together one heck of a performance.
George in the post. And he drops it in from the low post. George has got 6.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Inside. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Markkanen.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
It's Watson on the wing. Here's Wilson. Give him 8 points now. Back to Watson. Over connect. It's hauled in by Houston. Now Van Vliet. No points yet. Smith outside. Pass to Thompson. Stolen by Kessler. George with it. Guarded by Smith. George with the bucket. And now it's a 9-point Utah lead.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
And here's Van Vliet. Outside connect. The 3 is up. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Connect's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Smith. Wilson grabs the board. Utah leading by 6. Here's George. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Rockets trail by 8. Now here's Thompson. George scanning the floor. To the paint. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Just taking off. Smith showing you why you cannot leave an opening because this man will find it.
Pass to Kessler. Down low. Here's Markkanen. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 8. Smith outside. Pass to Kuminga. Ooh, Kuminga, so deadly at the rim.
Brute force on that interior. Jonathan Kuminga, let's just say he's a special athlete, folks.
Outside Dick. Outside Watson. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. Rockets with a rebound. Smith left side. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Tonight has been all about Jabari Smith. His size, his shooting, it just gives them fits.
George for 3. Kuminga pulls it in. Rockets trail by 4. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Pass to George. Here's Smith. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Here's Watson. It's Markkanen on the wing. He's got 9. The 3, George. Offensive rebound. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. Utah shooting their first free throw this game. There's a minute 47 left in the second quarter. Van Vliet with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the inside. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the board.
Here's Collier. And we've got 1:18 left in the second period. Pass to Markkanen. Fades away. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his fifth shot in as many attempts.
Well within Markkanen's range. Lowry is so comfortable with his jumper.
Thompson left side. Tries a 9-footer. Utah grabs the miss.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Rockets foul.
Utah shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Third team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Collier taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Rockets trail by 11. Pass to Johnson. Here's Thor. It's guarded by Markkanen. Now here's Jones to halt the run. Nails it from 3. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
I love the way they're spacing the floor this quarter. Their three-point percentage has really gone up.
Here's Exum. He's scoreless. Pass to Collier. Pulls it from 20. And we've reached halftime in this one. Utah ahead, up 8. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Utah 59.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And so it's Houston with it. 8-point game. Now Thompson. Out left to the wing. The 3, Smith. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
It's Watson on the wing. It's rebounded by George. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. Outside Jones. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Love seeing Şengün go up strong, leaving no room for error with that finish.
George with it. Guarded now by George.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
Rockets trail by 5. And here's Jones. George outside. Wide open look. And Houston another 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Outside Watson. Stolen by Thompson. Some room here for Jones. Good. And the assist goes to Şengün. Jones has got 5 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Watson. Three-pointer off the mark. And it's Houston's ball. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Şengün, he's open. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And the jam by George.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
Outside Jones. Back to Thompson. Count it.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Here's Markkanen. Oh, Markkanen good in the paint. The Rockets trail. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
Yes, Markkanen from deep.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
George outside. Smith outside. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Look, a big man who can score at all three levels, they do not grow on trees. Smith Jr., he is one of them.
Pass to Kessler. Back to George. Here's Watson. Off target with the three. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
A nice shot by Smith.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Now here's George. He's got 13. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Jones from outside. Utah grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11. Markkanen with it. He's got 16. For three, George. Smith with the rebound. This game, folks, a close one here in Houston. And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. In for the Jazz.
Here's Jones. He's got 5. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George for 3. Houston with another miss. Here's Exum. Again, Utah good for 2. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Rockets. They trail by 3. It's George on the wing. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Look, sometimes you got to go up and grab those boards. Smith doing a good job of using that length and finishing off that glass.
Pass to Kessler. Now here's Watson. Defended by Thompson. Here's Bailey. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Şengün. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
Yeah, they've also worked at pounding the ball inside. It gave them high percentage looks all game, and it's paid off.
Utah making a switch here. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Rockets trail by 3. Now Thompson. Pass to Van Vliet. And here's Connect. Shoots over Bailey. And again, it's Houston.
And Connect is a gifted shooter. He's more than capable of doing damage from the mid-range.
Exum outside. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession. And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And here's Van Vliet. No points yet. Clock at 6. Outside Connect. Houston working the ball around.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Now here's Van Vliet. 6 on the shot clock. Right side Connect. No good on that one. His first miss. He's 4 for 5 now. Utah leading by 5. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Back to Watson. Pass to Pirtle. Thompson pulls it in. And the Rockets with possession here. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Serious energy from Kuminga, grabbing the offensive board and getting two. These are the areas he needs to excel.
Pass to Watson. From the high post. And he nails the jumper. Watson's got 24.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Back to Van Vliet. There's the triple. Rebounded by Bailey.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Watson. Shot on the wing. And that one drops. And it's a 7-point Utah lead.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Now here's Thompson. Now Johnson. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
He's quick to read and react on deep. Pirtle can really disrupt an opponent's offense. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Out to Kuminga. Connect on the wing. Van Vliet outside. Here's Thompson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Both teams will make substitutions. First one falls.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. That'll be their 2nd of 3 games total on this road trip. hits the trifecta.
3 points.
Watson's got 11 points in the quarter.
Prolific from deep in the first half. He's trying to continue that.
To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Thompson. Excellent defense there from Watson. Jazz leading by 10. Screen by Watson. It's Markkanen on the wing. Pass to Bailey. From the elbow. Rockets with a rebound. Thompson scanning the floor. Here's Thor. Lets the 3 fly. Sends it home from three-point land. Thor's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. "41 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Up top, George. From downtown, another 3 for Utah.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
George with it. Here's Watson. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Utah up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Utah leading by 8. Here's Collier. He takes it in. Markkanen for 3. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Now Van Vliet. It's George on the wing. Here's Şengün. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Collier. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
That's his only turnover on the night. His ball security has been terrific.
Rockets trail by 9. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Smith right side. Inside. And stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Dick. The 3 is up. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Picked by Smith. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Dick. Markkanen sets a screen. Here's Collier. Outside Dick. Here's Bailey. 4 on the clock. Here's Markkanen. Rockets with a rebound. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Pass to Shepherd. Smith right side. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
On the interior, Smith's mobility is as valuable as his length. He is a tough matchup for anyone.
That's good from Smith. Utah making a switch here.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. And so it's Utah with it. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Wilson. Some room here for George. No good on the shot.
Oh, that's a shot he's got to hit, Greg.
To the wing on the left. Here's Şengün. Thompson tips it back in.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
Pass to Bailey. Fires from deep. The Jazz again can't hit.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Here's Shepherd. Down low. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Good on the shot.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Smith. And here's Şengün. High arcing shot. And the layup is up and in.
That is where Şengün is best, around the hoop with great touch.
George with it. Now Thompson defending. Now Watson. That one falls. Watson's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. And Houston making a change here. Five on the clock. Pick by Schmidt. Here's Van Vliet. And it's blocked by Kessler. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. The three, Smith. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's his third three of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
Pass to Watson. Over Şengün. Back to Watson. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Şengün. Again, Utah good for 2.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Now Thompson, defended by Watson. Thompson outside. Pass to George. Fires for 3. Kessler with a rebound. Utah leading by 7. George outside. It's hauled in by Houston.
It is a shame to see a high percentage look go to waste. You'll be hearing about this one in the locker room, I'm sure.
On the wing, Thompson. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. Credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
George with the bucket. George has got 22.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Utah making a switch here. Rockets trail by 7. And here's Van Vliet. Pass to Thor. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Here's Connect. 4 on the clock. Smith outside. The 3. The shot no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
George outside. Pass to Kessler. Shoots over Şengün. Kessler, no good. Rockets trail by 7. Now here's Thompson. Şengün with it. Houston working the ball around. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
That was a disgusting first half he turned in, but it's been night and day for him after the break.
George outside. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 13 in the second half.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in, coming off that pick.
Smith outside. This one for 3. Kessler with a rebound. Utah leading by 7. Pass to Watson. George outside. Takes it inside. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Fades. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Smith right side. The 17-footer. Rebounded by Markkanen.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Outside George. Outside Watson. Puts up the tray. Not that time.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Now Şengün. Now Smith. Oh, the lead pass. Great dish.
Excellent movement in that pick and roll. Smith Jr. making himself a target there, just like his daddy.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now Watson. Outside George. From downtown. Outside Watson. Yes, sir! It's good!
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Thompson! Smith. Outside Thompson. Ooh, using 2 hands to power it down.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now Smith. He fires from 18. That's off. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Watson. It's cleared away by Thompson.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
So we see the Jazz get the win here. They have to feel good.